I'm not even gonna try to lie to you guys. I literally just organized this with the sole purpose of showing you guys my bag. Welcome to my channel, guys. I am Edith. This is a disclaimer.
I work for a big city. Now, I'm not going to tell you what city I work for. Yes, you might be able to put two and two together through some of my videos, photos that I post on social media accounts. But please keep in mind that all agencies are going to be a little bit different from each other. I feel like we have amazing training in an amazing department. However, it is a faster paced environment than if you work for a smaller agency. Some of these things in this bag might frighten a lot of you. Like, oh my gosh, why would you need to carry that? Working for such a big city, we come across all and anything and beyond what your mind might allow you to think that we come across. Therefore, it's better to be prepared than underprepared. Again, it's hard to compare. There's no one officer is better than the other, an agency is better than the other. No, by all means, it's just the factors that we have to compare and use are very different. Big city, a bunch more calls are being answered. Again, there's just a difference between two. So this is just solely based off of somebody that's constantly moving, constantly answering calls in a high-speed environment. And these are just things that personally helped me.
Okay, now back to the video. Let me show you real quick how my bag looks like. This is also called your go bag. First things first, let me tell you guys the truth if you don't already know. Law enforcement is not just the action part of it, but a lot of paperwork. But I really want to show you guys what's in my bag, what I carry, why I carry it, the importance of a few of these things. And no lie, when I told you guys that I just organized this for you guys to look at, it's because I'm an overthinker. So I was carrying this bag plus my backpack, which I felt like I was keeping all my paperwork in that bag, not so much in here. And in here, I had just everything disorganized from like a bunch of property bags, which realistically, I don't need like 50 bags with me. You might just need a couple during your shift. But anyways, it's also easier to carry one bag. So basically this has two compartments. The front one, which is obviously much smaller, and then the main one, which is the bigger one. Okay, so for the front one, you can already tell I carry some medicine. Usually I have Sudafed on me and Tylenol. I do have my Tylenol in my other bag at the moment. Guys, chargers are essential anywhere from your body-worn camera needing a boost or your cell phone needing a charge, and even just a person that might approach you for an emergency charge. Like, there's nothing wrong with carrying some chargers. I was working day shift, I would carry sunblock because we were constantly out in the sun and my skin tends to peel. I carry property bags, but a reasonable amount right now. A card with essential phone numbers, most to which are already stored in my phone. So I don't really need that, but just in case, or in case one of my peers needs it, I can just take it out, give it to them. Mind you, this bag stays in the car at all times. It never leaves my car. There's no reason for me to ever have to take any of this as a whole out. Now, obviously, I'll pull from here and take certain things. Extra tourniquets, you just never know when you're gonna need them, and it's good to have. Extra report papers where you give people their copy of their incident number or case number. A random sticker. I had a lot more, but over the time I have given them out, and it's sometimes hard to get those, which I hate because kids and just the public typically just love those. Now, during the cold, I was wearing like a headband and then the neck scarf that I would pull all the way up because I hate the cold weather. I can't deal with the cold weather. Now, I've just made it a habit to keep it in here because there's no reason for me to leave it out, and then the day that I need it, it's no longer going to be in the bag. So if it doesn't bother me, I don't see the purpose of removing it because it's better for it to be in here for when the day comes that I actually need it. I carry extra pens. I'm pretty sure there's more than that one in there, but I carry extra pens. Now, I carry at least 3 of these, which are just notebooks. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I prefer these that kind of have this leather look with this rubber band to it because whatever day you're on, you can just put that on there and seal it, stick it in your pocket that you can have with you or in your vest. So the in and out will cause a normal notebook like this to typically rip, which for me, I feel like it's inconvenient for this to be all like scrumbled up. It doesn't give like a prepared look to me. It gives like a messy, disorganized look. But when you pull something like this out, it just looks nicer, it looks neater. There's no question about like you as an officer at all, which is crazy because a notepad shouldn't define you, but it's like going in with your uniform ironed. Like, it's important for you to display organization and where people just feel safe. Now, like if they're seeing all these little red flags on you, they might tend to develop like a sense of, can I trust this officer? At the end of the day, we have to try to take care of them, so we cater to the people. So anyways, that's my little rant about these notebooks. I love them. They have a little bit bigger ones, which it's the ones I use. These are just my backup ones. I carry gum because I hate to stink when I talk to people, but I will not be talking to people with a big old piece of gum in my mouth. I carry my baton in here. I hate carrying this baton. It is heavy. I have never needed to use it, and I pray that tonight's not the night because I don't want to jinx myself. I don't like carrying the baton. Anything that I've had to like either knock extremely hard, break a window in, I've been able to just use my flashlight, and it's worked out just fine. Okay, so that is my front part of my bag. Now let me show you what I carry in my bigger part of my bag. Let's get through the boring stuff first. So, like I said, our job requires a lot of paperwork. It's like, where do I even start with this? Ticket books, which I am not a huge fan of tickets. I am not a ticket person. Yes, we have the electronic machines, but because I'm not certified in carrying the machine, I have to carry these, which I would say like most of the department carries these. I don't issue citations unless I really have to. That's why those are extremely full. This is my personal notebook, and inside it has a writing area where I just write little notes down, or if I just learned something new, I put it in here because I want to be able to reference back in case I ever have a similar situation. I don't have but maybe like 3 pages of notes in there, and that's because it's just little notes. It's not like paragraphs, it's nothing major, it's just who to call in XYZ situation. This is helpful. Now we have this. This is one of those accordion looking divider folders. This is where I keep a lot of my documents, alphabetical order, of course, anywhere from affidavits to criminal trespass warnings and protective order information, family violence things. It's all in here. The documents themselves I won't show you even though they're empty, just because I don't want to display any of the agency I work for information. And I know that every agency does work differently. So just to protect that part of things, we're going to leave that part out. But if you guys are in the academy or you guys are already in police work, you're probably already familiar with this. But if you're not, consider getting one, because even if you don't have it full, I'm pretty sure you could tell there was a lot of vacant parts in mine. It still comes in handy. You might consider getting a smaller one that doesn't have this many options, so you can just stay organized, because you just never know when you need to go and grab something and you want to be organized, save yourself time, not leave your partner alone for a very long time. I think like a lot of those things that you can cut down time on, it creates a better officer safety plan instead of being away from your partner for so long. And if it's only 2 of you guys, I feel like that creates an officer safety situation rather than being helpful. And then this big block thing, I wasn't a big fan of this at first, just because I thought this could almost be used as a weapon because of the pointy parts, it being metal. I mean, somebody can rock your world with something like this. So I think I'm still not a huge fan, but sometimes you just need something that's firm and not so like flimsy, which this does it. I don't give the public this at all. If I ever need them to sign like a citation and And these are so flimsy. I just handed it to them like that. And they'll just have to sign it. If they want to sign it over their steering wheel, use their vehicle as something for them to sign on. That's a lot better than handing them this big thing. But as far as for myself, when I'm in my car, I'm able to go through what I need to fill out and not being worried about this messing up on me. Because if you think about it, like, I feel like being in a squad car, you don't have that much space because of all the stuff that you're carrying. Okay, so now in here, because this is the one that I use a lot, I carry criminal trespass cards that I need to hand out. Just the documents that I feel like we kind of use pretty often on a weekly basis. So it saves me time from even going into my accordion folder. Record sheets, jail intake sheets, and those come in 2 different packets that we need to fill out. So I carry both in here. And family violence packets, because these documents personally are the ones that I come across needing the most. And then I carry a few extra pens in here. But now let me show you some of the other stuff that I carry in here by preference. Traffic vest. It's here, ready to go. Grab it, become a highlighter, become one with the brightness. Super helpful. I only carry it to use it on traffic related situations because you're exposed more than the normal person. You're out of your car when sometimes like moving vehicles are passing you. So just to be seen, traffic vest, carry it, please. Feet, leg restraints. Right now, you know how I told you guys I fixed my bag? I had like 5 or 6 of these in the bag. They've been in there for some time. Clearly, I don't need so many at once. So I left only 2 in there in the event that I ever need to use them. The reason why I carry these, it's because you never know who you're going to come across. Some people are under the influence. Some people are not at their best self when they're in contact with us, which means that can cause like different reactions from them becoming violent, from them, if they're under the influence of drugs, they might be extremely more violent, not even feel pain at the moment. So we have to keep them safe from themselves and then keep ourselves and other people around safe. Therefore, these go on in that kind of scenario. This poor beat up box. I actually combined 2 different boxes in one. The other one was more messed up than this one. But I'm a size between small and medium. The number of gloves that we have to use on a weekly basis, I will say it's a lot. Okay, me being a female, it's very, very different than your male guy because sometimes I respond to a lot more things, even as just having to go help with female searches. So typically when I go and assist with stuff like that, I just go prepare with my own gloves, go do my full search and move on. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and stock up on gloves. You can never have too many gloves. They come in handy. Somebody always needs some. Have them on you. Lysol spray. Hey guys, you never know who drove your car before you. I like to disinfect the car that I drive for my shift. I also like to wipe down. Now, I'm not going to overdo. I'm not going to detail my squad car because sometimes I notice that some people will leave a disaster in there. But ultimately, I don't like to be a slob. And again, you never know what kind of situation you run into, or if you know, you know. But I carry this spray, and I also carry Lysol wipes, which come in clutch like almost always for any scenario. Personally, I carry an extra can of pepper spray just because you never know what situation you're going to run into, and it's better to be prepared. I have been running on a quarter left on my can, so I want to be able to like go through that, even if it takes the next year or 2 before I open up a new one, because I know there's still some in that one. Narcan. My box is a little messed up, but I do carry Narcan in the event that, again, I need to administer Narcan. And last, I'm gonna show you, I carry a big roll of tape. Every time I show up to a scene, I feel like my first instinct is secure the scene, protect the foundation that we're gonna have to work on. So I run around with this, or I hand it to somebody. I'm like, hey, secure it for me. Start pushing people back to protect it in case we have somebody down or something major just happened and we need to set like a perimeter in that area. Now, I will admit, every time I have brought out my tape, I never get it back. It's not mine. It's still the city's property because I did not buy this with my own money. So I never go hunt it back down. But anytime that I use it, I try to replace it almost immediately. Okay, there are a few things that I still want to add to my bag. For example, like chest seals that I just saw that were a little bit pricey, but I think they're worth it. I wasn't too familiar with those. I'm not military or anything of that sort. But the idea of being able to, again, take certain steps to help somebody before medics get there, it's really nice. I have seen people use those before, and at the moment I saw that and I'm like, what is that? I knew I had to have them because, again, you just never know what kind of situation you're gonna run into. Another thing that I need in here before the cold is upon us is some gloves, because this past winter I lost 2 pairs. So I just want to have those in here for the sake of having my bag prepared. I think I'm good on paperwork. On most things, I should be okay. But if there's something in here that you believe I'm missing or that you want me to explain or further tell you about something, let me know in the comments. This bag is a 511 bag and it's probably gonna last me forever. It's honestly in like perfectly good condition. It doesn't have any kind of wear and tear. I might have gone through this a little bit fast, but I just want to give you guys a rundown. I get asked all the time on TikTok and when I meet people what I carry in here, what I suggest people carry in their go bag. So I wanted to try and go in detail and just show you what it looks like. I am sorry I didn't show you guys the kind of slob I am with my stuff. Literally, I'm looking past my camera into the side and I can see the disaster I pulled from this bag. Hopefully, some of this knowledge does help you guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you want me to talk on a different topic. I'll wrap the video up there. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys, but hopefully there was something that you did learn off of this video, and let me know again if you have any questions in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.